The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer.
So something that's currently on everyone's mind is the state of our economy. Now, we voted for Trump in a massive electoral landslide, signaling a cultural mandate to utterly dismantle the establishment and bring forth a new golden age of America. And we're already seeing signs that Trump is doing just that. It's only been barely 4 weeks. I mean, since President Trump took office, we've seen just remarkable changes. Unemployment numbers are dropping and our communities are thriving. The stock market's reaching new highs, with the Dow Jones up over 4% since Trump's inauguration. I mean, this isn't just numbers on a screen, gang. It's a reflection of investor confidence, a vote of trust in the policies being implemented. From tax cuts to tariff adjustments, there's a huge sense of optimism surrounding our economic outlook under President Trump. Now, of course, the mainstream media and the elites want to deny the momentum behind President Trump's administration and just the incredible sense of hope and optimism that so many Americans have right now. CNN just published a piece claiming that Trump is the one who is now responsible for inflation rates and the price of eggs. I mean, they must think we all forgot that they tried to claim that Biden had nothing to do with the economy whatsoever for the past 4 years. And now they're trying to blame Trump for the economy Biden left him, all while ignoring economic successes that Trump has spearheaded in his first weeks back in office. Well, CNN and the likes of the mainstream media and bureaucrats want to keep us afraid of a continuation of the Biden administration's terrible economy. They thrive on negativity and denial and would have you believe that prosperity is, it's going to happen. It's right around the corner. But the truth is, and we all know it, it's already here. The current economic landscape is volatile due to misinformation, and too many are left questioning where to invest their hard-earned money right now. Well, our expert, Jeff Rogowski, is here to share insights that can lead you towards making sound investment decisions during this dynamic time. Do not be another victim of missed opportunities. Just Strategies have already aided countless individuals in navigating this new economic landscape. So just click on the link below to learn more. You want to talk to Jeff and his team. They are the absolute best. Jeff, welcome, my friend. Great to see you. I have not seen you since the inauguration. You look wonderful.
That's right, Dr. Steve. Man, it was such an honor to be out there in D.C. With you and your team. You're looking great. I'm feeling underdressed. You're looking sharp in that jacket. I like it. Next time I'm going to have to up my game.
Well, the last time we were together, we were in tuxes, so I guess...
That's right. That's right. I still want to know whose idea it was at 10:30 at night to walk to the Jefferson Memorial in like 0-degree weather. That was
Did
your
that
idea,
really happen? I'm still a little traumatized from that. I think you guys did. If you guys don't know what we're talking, we actually rented a limo and we're going back to all the balls and parties. And then for some reason, somebody had the idea in our group, hey, let's go to the Jefferson Memorial at 2-degree weather and the Arctic wind hitting our faces. I ran back to the limo. I didn't even have the...
I wasn't far behind you. It sounded good. It sounded good in theory, but not when we got outside.
we were just enjoying the golden age. That's what we were
That's
doing.
right.
Just having some fun. Motley crew. Well, Jeff, I mean, with CNN and other mainstream media outlets attributing inflation and even the price of eggs to Trump right now, how do you reconcile that with the actual economic successes that we've seen since he took office?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I didn't know anyone was watching CNN anymore. That's
Are they still around?
Yeah. I mean, one thing obviously we saw, Dr. Steve, over the last couple years is just the mainstream media completely exposed as really just an arm of the Democratic Party. So you got to take obviously that with a grain of salt. But I about fell off my chair the other day listening to Chuck Schumer basically blaming President Trump for the spike in inflation over the last 3 months while he wasn't in office. So, I mean, the facts are the facts. The media, unfortunately, has a way of brainwashing some people that buy into that stuff. But there's many drivers that we spoke about many times on this show, things that really just things that the Biden administration implemented. Really, in my opinion, one of the number one drivers was really quantitative easing, simply printing money the country didn't have, to fund wars overseas, to bail out companies that they deemed too big to fail. I mean, COVID packages. It just goes on and on and on. Over $20 trillion, printed during his time in office. And it's just simple economics. When you print more dollars, you devalue the buying power of the dollar. So then you need to show up at the grocery store with more dollars to buy those eggs. So to say this is a result of President Trump's policies is really ridiculous and really, really hard to take seriously. And it wouldn't surprise me if they try to do it with the border. I mean, we've seen border crossings drop 90% since Trump was in office. So what are they going to say? Biden's responsible for that too? I mean, it just makes no sense.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of making no sense, I mean, given all this misinformation from the mainstream media, in your view, how is the narrative around Biden's economic legacy versus Trump's current achievements, how's that narrative been manipulated? And what should investors know to make informed decisions going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Democratic Party platform, President Biden's platform, has always been run off of just Trump is bad and blame him for everything.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to take credit for anything that is positive and blame Trump for anything that is negative. But I don't know about you, Dr. Steve. I'm just glad we don't have to look back anymore and talk about him anymore. To me, I'm looking forward, and the reality is President Trump and his team, they've really brought a multifaceted plan, macroeconomic plan that they're putting in place, which includes cutting taxes on the supply side, so we have more supply. That is one thing that is that they have in place that is great. Reducing spending, we're seeing that through DOGE, we're seeing that through many of the congressional acts that are being passed. Energy production, drill baby drill, that is coming on the way. Deregulation and really just cutting waste. So the thing is this: a ton of feathers still equals a ton. President Trump is a workhorse in his team, and I'm seeing them do a lot of things. But the thing that we have to understand is it's not going to shift overnight. It's kind of like I remember the first time getting sick as a kid, and my mom got me the doctor gave me 7 days of penicillin. It's kind of like you take that first pill, you got to complete the cycle, right? I mean, things aren't going to instantly change, but change is in motion. And the thing is this: is President Trump is proven. Well, he's been a president. He's been our president before, the greatest president in my opinion. And during his first 4 years in office, inflation was sub 2%. Yeah. So I personally believe, nobody has a crystal ball, but I believe with this multifaceted plan that he is implementing, we're going to see inflation, tamed to that same level. I would say in about 3 to 6 months. That's okay. my humble prediction.
Okay.
So what this is doing is just really creating, in my mind, just unparalleled opportunity for the American public.
And you could sense the optimism among the people as well.
Oh, 100%. I mean, just one thing that we saw leading up to the election was almost like, it was kind of like a fear in our country like I've never seen before, and just a confusion where people were afraid to do anything. Yeah. And that now you're seeing just investment opportunity, people moving on investment opportunities like I haven't seen in a long time. People starting businesses, jumping into real estate, things along those lines. And it is truly the golden age. And President Donald Trump's plan, we have to understand, it's kind of like doing life with the wind at your back instead of the wind against you. But with that being said, though, we still have a responsibility, and this is what I preach to my community every day. We're in the golden age, no doubt about it. But for many people, unfortunately, the golden age could pass them by, and they don't necessarily benefit from it or move on any of the opportunity around them. And there's opportunity right now in abundance, especially in real estate.
Yeah, it's exactly where I was going to go. So with this economic optimism you're talking about, just literally everywhere through all the quadrants of our economy, how can that momentum be translated into, long-term investment strategies that'll benefit not just us but future generations? We want to leave a legacy, of course.
Yeah, 100%. And I have a saying that I always tell my community is that we are in the golden age. I'm very excited about everything that we just spoke about. But the bottom line is that it doesn't necessarily matter what the economy is doing. It matters what we're doing in the economy. Are we positioned? Are we educated? As we just said, to move on specific opportunities. So real estate, there's many assets out there that can create wealth. What I personally love about real estate and some of the stuff that our president is doing that's making it even more attractive than it's always been is, first of all, about 74% of all millionaires in our country reach that status through real estate. So it is the most proven asset class, to create wealth. And what I love about real estate specifically is not only does it create wealth, but the tax benefits are unparalleled to any other asset class. When President Trump's tax returns were released, we saw about $2 billion in income and only $900,000 in income by leveraging the tax benefits of real estate. But the great news is you don't have to be a president to benefit from those things. So it's an asset class that does create massive wealth, comes with great tax benefits, and it's something that a person could jump into full-time or even part-time around their existing business or their existing job.
All right. You sold me. And I'm sure you sold a lot of people listening. It's very exciting prospect. So how can we best then, what's the best way for us to position ourselves in the midst of this golden age that's just beginning? It's just literally first 4 weeks. How can we best position ourselves to capitalize on these amazing and growing investment opportunities?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing is understanding, what we just talked about in terms of what President Trump is instituting with this plan. Now, what you're going to see happen, we will see inflation overall, whether it's 3 to 6 months, maybe a little longer, a little shorter, get down to that natural 2% level, which is healthy. But in real estate, we still have a big issue in our country. We don't have enough housing. We have a demand. We have a high demand for real estate and a low supply. Now, President Trump is doing some incredible things on that front that is going to help, but it is going to take time. So if you listen to any economists right now worth their salt, they're predicting in real estate over the next 3 years about 4 to 5% appreciation in home pricing year over year over year. So with real estate, one thing that is an amazing fact about it is that it doubles in value every 15 years. If you go back literally the past 100 years, you pick any year on a calendar, fast forward 15 years, the value of that real estate has doubled. Every 10 years, it's higher than it was before. Even if you look at 2008 during the economic crisis that we went through, 2018, the value of real estate was higher. By 2020, it was doubled. So the thing is this, is we want to own real estate. Kingdom 320 is the name of my company. And really, we're just passionate about equipping Christian patriots with the practical tools that they need to learn simply how to buy real estate. And there's so many ways to start, whether you have money of your own, whether you don't have money. There's ways to leverage retirement accounts to accelerate that growth within real estate. It could be done part-time. It could be done full-time. You could even make money in real estate without ever even owning the real estate, just for finding it. But what I'm most passionate about is helping Christian patriots take ownership of the land. I truly believe that God wants his people to own the land. The Bible says the earth is the Lord's and we're his kids. So God's people are always going to steward the earth, or should steward the earth better than the world does. So I truly believe God wants us owning. He wants us taking territory, as I say. And what we saw happen under the Biden administration is every single year, the percent of people owning their personal residence was decreasing because of the horrible and horrendous economic policies. So we got to understand all of those macroeconomic forces that have been working against us now for the past 4 years are in the process of being reversed, hence the wind at our back. So the only thing really standing between a person from seizing the opportunity that is in front of us, it's always just education. It's always just learning something new. Real estate, I mean, I'm very proficient in real estate. My partners and I own a lot of it across the country right now. But there's a time in my life I knew nothing about it. And God sent me a mentor, first of all. To me, mentorship and coaching is the greatest shortcut to success. Stop focusing on how to do something and focus on who's doing it God's way, and learn from them. And then get yourself in a community of like-minded people that are pushing and pulling in the same direction, and then get yourself a battle plan. So at Kingdom 320, I mean, that's really in a nutshell what we provide. I think we have the greatest education in the country, whether you want to wholesale real estate, flip real estate, BRRRR properties, commercial, Airbnb, storage facilities. We have experts on staff that focus on all of those areas, and we're just passionate, as I said, about helping people. We really see it as a mission, more than just helping people, make money. So it's exciting times.
It's very exciting, and we've had so many of our Turley talkers just love the Kingdom 320. There's a link down below. People can click on it, and they can actually book a call with you and your team. Can you give us a little sense of what they can expect on that call? Just chatting with you guys.
Yeah, I absolutely. It's freeintrocall.com is the link, and I do have to say, I was trying to open up as many as we could, but spots are incredibly limited. So I would encourage your listeners just to jump on it right away. We opened up as many spots as we could, but we call them transformational calls. And the thing is you're going to come into the call. First of all, you're going to be on the call with some of the greatest people on planet Earth. These are people that are just passionate about helping Christian patriots take territory. And the first thing we're going to do is just get to know you for a couple minutes and understand what your goals are financially and where you currently are now. And so we start with an exercise that's called What's in Your Hand. And I remember when I met my mentor in 2008, I had a retirement account and I had some equity in a property, but I had no idea that I could ever use those things right now to create wealth for my family and for future generations. So many of your listeners, one of the greatest things that happens on the call is they've been praying for, financial increase, not realizing that they already have in their hands the things that can accelerate that process. So that's one of the exciting things. We'll do an inventory and we'll point out opportunities that you currently have that you may not know about. And then really understand, what do you feel God is calling you to do? What area of culture, do you want to influence, whether it is the political sphere or whether it's, Hollywood or just business in general, or just leaving a legacy and influencing your local community. We have plans, that we really tailor to the individual client. And we always tell people, you need three things. And I'm a military guy. I served our country proudly in the Navy. And so I like using military terms, but we all need a general. So we're going to provide mentorship, even on these calls, whether they move forward with us or not. We're going to leave you in a much better place than we found you. We're going to introduce you to just an incredible community, and we'll leave you with a step-by-step plan on what you can do right now to educate yourself and improve, your financial position, whatever that may be. And we're also, for your listeners, Dr. Steve, we always give away what we call a Kingdom 320 toolbox. Has a lot of exciting goodies in there and just free things that will help you with your personal finances and with your real estate specifically. So it's always an honor to talk to your community. We love them so much.
Well, they love you. Absolutely, Jeff. Gang, Jeff and his team are the best. You need to click on that link below and learn how to navigate and capitalize on America's thriving economy under Trump. This is the golden age. Again, keep in mind, Jeff did mention spots are very limited for the special offer where you're going to get extensive guidance from Jeff's team, absolutely free. So be sure to secure your spot today. Click the link in the description below. You will not be disappointed. They are the best. Even when we're doing crazy things like going to the Jefferson Memorial in the middle of the night in DC in freezing weather. But it's to celebrate the inauguration of number 47. Jeff, you're the best, man. Can't wait to see you again and chat with you. Keep doing your great work.
Thanks, Dr. Steve. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.